Hi there, my name is Sulie Girardi and I'm really excited that I'm going to be teaching metal clay classes this year at Bead and Button 2019. I'd like to give you a preview of those classes in this video, so come on, let's have a look together. The La Traviata pendant is based on the camellia flower. You decide if you'd like your pendant to have pointy petals, such as here, or rounded petals, or something in between. You can also use this technique to make a fantasy flower of your choice. We'll use a silicone mold to make leaves of different shapes and sizes, and I'll show you how to give them a realistic, natural curve and how to file the edges so they look like a real leaf. Additionally, we'll discuss bales and also a possibility for using embeddable findings. Tiny treasure boxes are fun to make and beautiful to look at. In this class, I'll show you how to make a round box with a lid that actually fits. We'll also explore how to use stamps and molds that you may already have, and we'll only use them partially to make these tiny components that make your box really, really special. You'll also learn how to make these tiny balls and how to make them of uniform size. We'll be setting cabochon stones in class, but we'll discuss setting other stones as well, such as this one. How you use your tiny treasure box is up to you. A tooth fairy surprise, a special keepsake, or just something lovely to look at. In vintage elegance, we use brass stampings to create fine silver jewelry with an antique feel. I'll show you how to fill the stamping with clay and share my tricks for removing the piece without breakage, even if it's a delicate piece like this one. We'll also learn how to set medium and large cubic zirconia securely and decoratively. We'll talk about several ways to use embeddable findings, including how to make a pretty dangle like this one. Finally, we'll explore options for making bales that are decorative and, more importantly, that won't fall off. This short but informative class is designed for students who have little or no experience making rings out of metal clay. Ring making can be tricky, but I'll show you tips and tricks to assure that your next ring will be a success. We'll discuss rolling the clay out, how to calculate shrinkage, and also sizing. We'll be applying a stucco-like texture on the surface of the ring, which lends itself especially well to taking on a beautiful patina with liver of sulfur. I'll show you an easy way to achieve these colors without the addition of chemicals. If you prefer, of course, you can just leave your ring plain, like this little pinky ring. If you've always wanted to work with silver metal clay but haven't felt confident doing so on your own, then Meet Metal Clay might be of interest to you. Today we'll focus on the basics of working with silver metal clay: how to roll it out to a consistent thickness, how to impart a texture, how to cut it out, how to sand and refine the piece. The last hour of class, you'll torch fire your piece and then polish it by hand. This ensures that you'll have the skills necessary to continue on your metal clay journey when you get home, even if you don't have a kiln or a tumbler. Here are some examples of the kind of pieces you can make. Of course, the design is up to you. You can make a pendant, such as this one, with veil. Here's a smaller pendant, also with a different kind of veil. I'll show you both of these. You might also choose to make earrings. I've given these a slight dome, which I'll show you how to do, or flat earrings. Or you might just want to make a handful of charms. It's up to you. In Opulent Interchangeable bead ring, you'll make a statement ring that really stands out from the crowd. The ring consists of 3 parts: the ring itself, silver accent discs, and a screw closure that holds the ring together. This makes it possible for us to vary the look of our ring depending on the beads and accent discs that we've chosen. You'll learn how to firmly anchor a screw into silver metal clay, how to make your screw closure pretty and securely fit, and also how to texture silver metal clay on both sides so that you can wear your accent discs either concave or convex depending on the beads that you've chosen. If you're a lamp worker or just a fan of beads, and especially if you love the phrase "go big or go home," I think you'll like this class. I love combining beautiful stones with fine silver metal clay. In this class we'll make a pendant that has a faux piercing or cutout on the back. This cutout corresponds to the design of your stone. For example, here I have a beautiful picture jasper and I've chosen to make a fantasy landscape for my cutout. Here's a Chinese writing stone, and I've made a Chinese character as a cutout as well as used a Chinese character stamp. If you prefer, you can take a beautiful template for your cutout. This allows light to shine through and assures that the back of your pendant will be as beautiful as the front. We'll be learning various techniques such as how to texturize metal clay in only one spot, such as here, and also how to solder on metal clay and how to bezel set. Oh, and in case you're wondering, the stone's secret is, of course, the picture that only you know is there.